In 1984, an old widowed lady lived by herself in a two-story house. She was completely immobile and bound to a wheelchair. Ever since the mysterious death of her husband, she required the aid of a caretaker who would visit her daily to help with everyday tasks. What made it so difficult was the fact that the two floors of the house were only connected by an old and decrepit staircase. When the old lady needed to move between the two floors, the caretaker would have to carry her frail body like an infant up and down the stairs. One day, the police received a call from the widow. There had been a murder. Since the police units were scarce at the time and the murderer had already fled the scene, only one detective was sent out to conduct the initial crime scene report. He arrived to see the caretaker's body, splayed out on the floor with her vocal cords ripped out, leaving a pool of blood in the first level of the house. The old lady sat atop the staircase in her wheelchair watching him, still and silent, seemingly in shock. He immediately ruled her out as a suspect due to her inability to move up and down the stairs, and because she was trapped up there at the same time the murder took place. It was similar to the death of her husband, who had suffocated in his sleep on a couch downstairs many years ago. The detective put on his gloves, took photos, swapped for evidence, and covered the body until the coroner arrived later. All routine business. He scooped the entire first floor for any clues, then asked the old lady if he could take a look upstairs. She insisted that she was upstairs the whole time, and no one apart from her had been up there that day. Regardless of this, the detective ascended the staircase, to which she slowly and hesitantly moved aside. Beyond the staircase, there was a narrow corridor with 3 doors along it. He checked behind each of the doors. The empty bedroom, nothing. The bathroom, nothing. He became anxious as he slowly made his way to the final bedroom where the old lady slept. He opened it and everything looked normal. A bed, a wardrobe, and a bedside table with a lamp. He checked every wall of the room in horror. It was not what he discovered, but what he didn't, that made him stop dead in his tracks and slowly reach for his gun in its holster. It was a detail so minor that they had completely overlooked it in the last investigation of the husband's death. There was no phone upstairs. He suddenly heard a noise. He withdrew his gun and rushed out of the room, only to find an empty wheelchair atop the stairs.